guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be all about this beauty. This is my Louis Vuitton full-size zippy wallet. I had this for well over a year, going on 2 years, so I figured it'd be a perfect time for me to give you kind of an overview, wear and tear, and also what's inside of it. So let's go ahead and get started. So of course, like I said, this is the full-size zippy wallet. I have it in the monogram canvas. I just love the monogram. I have quite a few people that will ask me why I picked monogram. I just happen to prefer my SLGs to be in monogram. I personally think that the monogram goes with every single canvas, as well as leather or even other brands. I think it just goes really, really well. And I like for all of my SLGs to be kind of the same. So I tend to just gravitate towards monogram. It's just my personal preference. It's just what I really, really like. I also think it holds up really, really well. The full-size one retails for $805. I know that is pricey. It was by far the most expensive wallet I've ever owned, but I wanted to go ahead and get it. I knew it would work out for me, so I went ahead and took the plunge, and I'm happy that I did. I know it's pricey. It is expensive for a wallet, but I love it. It's held up really, really well. Even though I did have an issue in the beginning, once it was figured out, I've now been using it for a very long time, and I've had no issues since. So let me go ahead and give you a quick overview of the inside. One of the things that I also love about it is the zipper. I love how easy the zipper wallets are to get in and out of. Also, Louis Vuitton zippers are so smooth. I just love them. Here is what it looks like. Here's a general overview. This is truly how this is truly what it looks like on a regular basis. The only thing that I did was I turned my cards all around. So let me go ahead and go into all the different compartments and what I have inside. So we'll start over here. So the very first compartment over here on the side is a slip pocket in the back, and I usually put a couple of blank checks back here. You can see right now I have one blank check back there, and that one fits just fine in that compartment. And then in front of that is a main compartment with 4 card slots, and you can see I have 4 cards in there. I tend to only put 1 card per slot. That's just what I prefer. I have noticed with Louis Vuitton's card slots, they tend to stretch out, and they usually don't go back down once you stretch them out, or at least they don't go back down all the way. So I like to put just 1 card per slot because I don't want to stretch them out too much. If you decide that you want to put 2 cards per slot, that's fine. Just know that if you were to ever start putting 1 card per slot in that slot that used to have 2, it might be a little bit loose. So just keep that in mind. So for now, actually, I've always really just done 1 card per slot. And then you can see it's a pretty large compartment here. And this is where I just put loose papers, whether it's receipts or whatever. That's just a Target receipt. But it houses quite a bit right there. You could also put a full-size checkbook there if you really, really wanted to. It does fit, no problem. After that is this really thin slit pocket. And you can see, you can open it up, and I have 3 gift cards in there. I usually put something in there that I want to make sure it doesn't fall out, and so obviously like gift cards and stuff, I just don't want to fall out. I don't want to lose those. So you can see I have the gift cards in there. It's a thinner compartment, so you can't fit as much. And then after that is another larger compartment, just like the one here, right here. And right there is where I have like my punch cards. So I'll have like a punch card to my nail salon, a punch card to the yogurt place, things like that. I just kind of throw those in there. And it's actually, if you can see, it's this slot right here. It's the center compartment. After that is the zipper pouch. So I know that a lot of people do not like carrying coin in their wallets. My whole reason for deciding to buy this wallet, because I picked the large one, you know, a pretty good size wallet, pretty big wallet, was I wanted to be able to carry my coin. One, the zipper is very smooth as well, but let me show you the coin. I do not put too much in there. I have just enough to get me through for whatever I need. If it starts to get over full, then I will just take a little bit out and kind of put it somewhere else and then fill this as needed. But I do not fill it any more than that. And you can see it's really clean in there. And if for some reason it did start to get dirty, I would just pull the coin out, maybe wash the coin, rinse it, and then wipe it out with like a water wipe or something, but I've had no problems. And in reality, the inside of this is gonna get just as dirty as like the round coin purse or a clay or whatever it is that you put your coin in. So I don't have a problem with this. The coin fits perfectly. I like the convenience of having my bills and my coin in one wallet, because when I'm at the checkout counter, I just always feel like rushed a little bit, like they're always ready to get to the next person and I'm putting my money away. So I just prefer that. So after the coin pouch is another full size. You can see you've got 3 main compartments, and we've got one more main compartment right here. And this compartment, I don't put a lot in it. I put my ID and my most used credit card. And I do that just because it's easier to get in and out whenever I'm paying or whatever, and as opposed to having to put it back in a slit. So that's what I do. I have my ID and my main used credit card. And then after that is another spot for 4 cards. So you can see I've got 4 cards in there, and that's, you know, again, 1 per slot, so that's not a problem. And then after that is where I put my bills, and it's the same exact size slit as the one that I have the checks, and you can see I've got several bills in there and they fit just fine. I could definitely fit more. So there is an overview of everything that I have inside. You can see it fits quite a bit. I have plenty of room for more, and it's perfect. That's definitely one of my pros about this, is you can literally fit everything that you could possibly need to put in a wallet in this wallet. You've got your bills, you've got checks, you've got coin, you've got all your cards, you've got IDs, punch cards, gift cards, whatever it is, everything fits in here because of the size. There's a ton of compartments, which I love. That's another thing that I think is great about it. Me, I'm naturally a pretty organized person, and so this allows me to be really, really organized. And I also think even if you're not naturally an organized person, this kind of forces you to be organized. So I just really like how organized this wallet is. I like all the different options. I like all the different compartments and all the different ways you can lay out your wallet, basically. What I have inside. Now let's go ahead and go into the wear and tear of this piece. So this is where it gets a little bit like, So when I actually was at the store purchasing this wallet, I said to my SA, this piece is gonna need to be reglazed pretty quickly. And I knew that pretty quickly because you can see along here, there is glazing. Along the entire length of the wallet, there is glazing. So whenever I went to the store, like when I was at Louis Vuitton and I was picking one out, you could actually see the seam of the leather and the canvas. You could actually see the line in between the two already. The glazing was so thin. And I think I picked between like 4 or 5 wallets. I had him pull out like 4 or 5 wallets, and every single one of them, I could see the seam from the canvas and the leather meeting. And I was like, yeah, this is definitely gonna need to be reglazed. And his response was, not a problem, just bring it in. So honestly, when I purchased the piece, I knew that I was gonna have a glazing issue with it, but I just made sure to check it literally almost daily. The second that I saw that it split, then I did take it in to be reglazed, and I did get it back. It took about 3 to 4 weeks, and now I haven't had any problems with it. So I know that some people are gonna be like, well, why would you buy it if you knew that you had knew that you were gonna have the issue? I will say this, I don't necessarily have a problem with the glazing process. I like reglazing. I think that it looks great. I've always had better luck after I've had my piece reglazed than with a brand new fresh glazing a new one, if that makes sense. And I know that's ridiculous. Believe me, I know that's ridiculous. I think it's absolutely absurd that they wouldn't just do the glazing right the first time. Believe me, I get you. I understand. I feel the same exact way. But sometimes things just kind of are what they are. And I really wanted this wallet. I knew it was gonna work for me. I knew the size, I knew the functionality, I knew everything about it was gonna work for me. But the fact that it needed to be reglazed was really the only con. So I did have it reglazed pretty quickly within a few months of getting the piece. And you can see the reglazing, it looks great. It's in great condition. You can see all of the glazing. It's pretty clean and crisp. You can see it's all intact still, no issues. So if you look at the zipper pull is pretty scratched up. Those kind of things don't bother me, but I just want to show you what it looks like over time. So you can see the zipper pull definitely scratched up. And then in this corner, you can see how it does just look a little bit more worn right there. It's not bad, nothing's like poking through. The glazing is still intact. Everything is good, but there's definitely a little bit more wear because there's a little bit more strain in those corners. Also in those corners, and I don't know if the camera is gonna pick it up, but there's some baby fine hairs of this material coming up, and again, they're baby fine. You really can't see them. I'm gonna see if the camera can pick it up, but they're really, really fine baby hairs, and that's it. I mean, it's just from the cloth of this material on the zipper. But again, it's just normal wear and tear. To me, honestly, I don't think anybody else would see it except me, because I tend to inspect my pieces kind of crazy. Like, I really do. I literally just, I will go through and stare at every like inch of them every once in a while just to inspect them. And I do notice that there are some baby hairs in this area. Overall, other than the fact of the glazing and other than it needing to be glazed pretty quickly after purchasing, I think that this has worn very, very well. All the glazing after I received it back has done well. It's wearing well. It's not coming off. It's not lifting. It's not cracking. It's not peeling. Nothing. It looks perfect. It really still looks almost brand new, other than the few little bitty areas. Another area that I like to really pay attention to is this bottom corner. I haven't had any issues with it, but just so I'll just show you what mine look like. You can see it really is in good condition. So overall, the wear and tear, I think it's been great. If you want to talk about the wear and tear of the inside, the inside to me still looks brand new. Let me go ahead and show you. I'm going to pull out these cards and I want to show you with one credit card in each slot how much it's stretched out, so you can see that. So that is what it looks like whenever I take the cards out. You can see it's not stretched out at all. It looks great and it still looks pretty brand new. Okay, so next I want to go into what bags it fits in and which ones it doesn't of the bags that I own. So I have had people ask if it fits in this. This is the Neverfull pouch. It comes with the MM and the GM size, and I know look-wise, like size-wise, it looks like it should fit, but it doesn't, just simply because of the zipper. It doesn't fit, so this is definitely not going to fit inside there, so that one is a no. The next bag that I want to show you is my Chanel Mini Square, and this definitely does not fit in there, but I just want to show you. It's way too big. And then I do have 4 more bags to show you, and it does fit in all 4 of them, but 2 of them it's a little bit tight. So first is my Gucci Soho Disco. You can see size-wise it's basically the perfect length. Let me show you. I'm going to put it in, and you do kind of have to puzzle it in, and it kind of goes in, but it's the perfect length. So I wouldn't suggest this for an everyday thing, because when you pull it out, it's kind of like rubbing up against the zippers and stuff, you can see. So does it fit? Yes. Would I recommend it? Probably not. The next one is the Alma BB. It also fits in the Alma BB, you can see, but again, something else that I'm not sure that I would 100% recommend, at least not every day. If it was something that you just didn't have time to downsize, that's one thing, but you can see it's in there, but it's basically the entire length. I just don't recommend rubbing your pieces up against that, that much. So it fits, but not the best. Okay, so the last 2 bags that I want to show you is my Pochette Métis, and it fits in this bag beautifully. It actually fits in, so this is the front compartment right here. It fits in there perfectly. There it is in that front compartment. I think there's no problem with putting in that, and then it also fits in the center compartment there. So this one fits no problem, closes no problem, with plenty of other things in there, so I think it works in this bag perfectly. And then the last bag that I have is, I do carry it in this bag sometimes. I don't recommend it just because it takes up so much space, but it's my favorite MM, and it does fit in here perfectly as well. There's no rubbing, it's not, I mean, it kind of, there's a little bit of space, a little bit of extra space on the side, so it's not rubbing anything. You can fit your key clay, you can fit your like credit cards and some stuff like that in there still, but again, probably not the most practical, but it does fit if you really, really need it to. So there you go, guys. I just wanted to give you my general thoughts. I really do like this wallet, and I really do recommend it. Just keep in mind, it might need to be reglazed shortly after purchasing it, but after I got mine reglazed, I've had no problems with it, and I love it. It is by far my favorite wallet that I've ever owned from Louis Vuitton. Like I said, I love it so much. I would 100% be repurchasing this one. If for some reason right now no additional wallets were to become available and I were to lose this wallet, or it just were to get so old that it just needed to be replaced, I would actually rebuy this same exact wallet. That's how much I love it. So I hope that answers a lot of your questions. I think it's a great wallet. It is a big wallet, but I think it suits, one, it fits in all of your full-size bags, and it fits in a good amount of your smaller bags. But like I said, I like to have this and then maybe the pocket organizer or a clay or something for a downsized wallet, but this is such a great everyday wallet. I highly recommend it. So let me know if you guys have any questions. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye-bye.